Howdy, this is Sailor the Piper Man, Piper the Sailor Man, coming to you from the island of Puerto Rico with my Rossi pipe, some 7 C's, smoking some nice aromatic. Just finished talking to my daughter. It's nice when your children reminiscing the good thing you did for them. But today, I want to talk about a famous gentleman. If you were born around my time, you might have known who he was, watched his movies, and became a very famous star overnight. I'm over here using this, my Apple here, because I want to show crazy stuff. Okay, so just give me 1 minute. The man I'm talking about is Errol Flynn. Errol Flynn, famous swashbuckler. He played Robin Hood, pirate movies. Very, very nice actor. What's interesting was he's a pipe smoker. He liked the straight pipes. One of my all-time favorite movies, Charger of the Light Brigade. He played Robin Hood. He was larger than life. Actually, his movie career wasn't as so important as his personal life. He was born in Australia or Tasmania. It's an island right off Australia. And his father was a school teacher, really handsome guy. And so he grew up like most kids and played most kids. And he became very insecure because of his mother. He took more to his father. His father was an outdoorsman, handsome guy, womanizer, a man of the world, very smart, intelligent. So he was exposed at a very young age to the world, things of the world, the finer things in life, the hedonistic things in life. He hated working. Didn't like work indoors, didn't like work outdoors. He didn't want to work. He just wanted to be rich, famous. And for the most part, throughout his career, he used his looks, his charm, and women threw themselves at him. And he had two things that I have in common with. One, he liked pipes. Number two, he loved sailing. He saved money and worked hard to buy himself a sail. And for 6 months, he sailed out towards New Guinea. He finally made it to New Guinea with his brothers and friends, and he said it was very dangerous. I can imagine back in the 1930s. And early 1920s and 30s, he was when he got there, he decided he was going to buy 5 acres of land and grow tobacco. So he liked sales and he liked tobacco. He grew tobacco and was very successful in growing the tobacco. His problem was he couldn't sell it because of the tariffs in Australia. So that kind of killed his dreams. And he grew some pretty good pipe tobacco that he had for himself. Then he decided, well, I'm going to sell the land to some other person. He ended up to England. When he got to England, he went and studied in England. He met beautiful, rich women who took care of him, who wasted their money on a young man. They fell in love with him, and he happened to marry a Harris, French Harris that had a lot of money, old world money. Did anything for him. Got married, and the one thing about Errol Flynn, he got bored too early in life. You know, you see a good woman be with a woman and everything, he'd be bored. He's always into adventure. And so he decided his interest was journalism. So he decided to go and cover the war in Spain. And there's some fine pictures of him in Spain, and he was a free bird. He believed in freedom. He didn't want people to control him. He didn't like rules and regulations put over him, somebody else telling him what to do. He was a free spirit of sorts. He didn't care he would do anything that he wanted to do, even if it was to break the law. You often did. You told him you don't do that. I'm gonna go ahead and do that. He wanted to be free to come and go, to sleep with whoever he wanted to sleep. And he got over because of his look, his charm. He was very intelligent. Until one day, Jack Warner Warner Movies spotted him, saw him, gave him a contract, and brought him to America from England. And he played Robin Hood, and he played some other films. It became a huge overnight success. Women threw money at him. He became famous. But at the same time, it afforded him the things that he wanted. Was better pipes, yachts. He travels from Caribbean island. He'd stop here, Jamaica, but he really liked the South Sea Islands. He traveled all over the world by yacht. He lived in a yacht. He also lived in Hollywood. Always spending money. Always living life to its fullest. But the two things that held him was his love for journalism. He wrote 3 books, and the last one called Something Wicked, The Wicked Man I Am, or something like that, which is an autobiography. He caught malaria, and he suffered from tuberculosis. He didn't let anybody know that. And he was at venture, found himself in Cuba in 1956, 57. He was there for the Cuban Revolution. There's pictures of him talking to Castro when Castro was a revolutionary. So he was one of these odd guys, and um, like Hemingway, man of the world, a man who wanted to explore, wanted women, he wanted to drink. He lived a hedonistic lifestyle. But he sure loved pipe and tobacco. To have bought himself 5 acres of land and try to grow tobacco. He enjoyed straight, more or less like this. Lived life, had 2 kids. And we have a lot of guys like that. A lot of people like that. Jacques Cousteau, Hemingway loved pipes, but they live life. There's some of us that smoke pipes and we're introvert. And then many of us that are adventurous, smoke pipes and want to do things and travel the world. And I guess I kind of fall like that, where I survived a lot of harrowing situations, like throwing myself off a French cliff, diving into water, and the water's coming up, and there's shells, and I scraped myself out, and I was able to survive that jump. And that was on a dare after I drank a keg of Meisterbrow beer. I remember those days like things I would not do now. But I also remember Errol Flynn, how much I still enjoy his movies and his cavalier attitude in life. So this smoke is for Errol Flynn and all the great movies and how he lived his life free. Well, this is Sailor the Piperman, Piper the Sailorman, talking to you about famous pipe smoker named Errol Flynn. Check his movies out.